What a weird name, Flatter Day Saint. I'm wrapped up in these names. It just sounds really stupid. I'm sorry. It sounds like one of the dumbest names I've ever heard.
They're dumb people.
Well, what
They're
what what, what
dumb.
about the what about the poop? What about the poo poo fallacy? What the like is when I was like, is that a real fallacy? But it actually is
The what?
I
The
don't
poop
know what you're
fallacy?
poo
talking
poo
about.
or something. I'm like,
What?
I actually had to look it up. I was like, is this a
Do you
real?
want to share it with us?
Okay, I'll get this. I feel like I'm like, well, it's not a formal fallacy or whatever. It's one of those
Okay.
other ones. So like, there's so many different fallacies, right? So it's hard to memorize all of them. Like, there's like
Yes.
slippery slope. Most of them, most people know about slippery slope. Maybe it's um invisible ignorance fallacy too.
Uh-huh.
Is related to that poo poo one. I think it's spelled
Uh,
like I don't
do you
know. It's
want to
like, or
type it
maybe
up?
I'm saying it wrong.
Do you want me? Can you type it up?
Like, okay,
It's just that if it's Flatter Day Saints, I don't know. It kind of reduces my desire to actually watch it. What
Okay.
happened to Big Country?
or po po
Not
fallacy. I
sure.
don't know.
This debate, if you look at the screenshot, the thumbnail, sorry, on the video, it was going to be two people from the MDD Discord. And I forget their names, who they were originally, but none of them were like big. They got from the MDD Discord and got requested the debate to happen on YouTube. And then it was going to happen, it got postponed, and last week it changed, and then it changed again to sorry, to Big Country and ADHD, and now I just checked now when I was
You
going
know, you know what,
load
Max?
TikTok, and it changed again.
You
Yes.
were there. You were there the other night when MC Toon was on Clubhouse, right?
Yes.
So I would have more interest in watching it if that mod from the Clubhouse, from the Glober's Clubhouse room, was modding on MDD and modding a flat earther. That I would watch.
Yeah, he was really good. Whenever they became unruly, he ruled with an iron fist.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was good.
So basically, Max, you're saying you're secretly a fascist.
No, I wouldn't say that. All right. Billy gave us this. In rhetorical analysis, poo-poo is an argument to dismiss it as being unworthy of serious consideration, is a fallacy in informal logic. Scholars generally characterize the fallacy as a rhetorical device in which a speaker ridicules an argument without responding to the substance of the argument.
That's like what flat earthers do all the time.
Yes. It has been characterized as a form of strawman fallacy, where the argument is described as inherently worthless or undeserving of serious attention. That is good. Oh shoot, I wasn't sharing.
Yeah, it was like that's a weird name for fallacy.
Yes.
So
yes.
I was like, I had to actually like look it up.
I mean,
that's a new one. That's a
every
new
time
one.
you get to say poo in a formal setting,
Poo-poo.
it's a win. So
I was like, Winnie the Pooh is like what I was thinking about when I saw
It's not
that.
what I think of. I think of a Bug's Life. When I think of a Bug's Life, when one of the flies orders the poo-poo platter, and it's a big pile of shit.
Oh,
yes.
oh yeah, that one's a good one. Yeah,
that was funny.
that's a good movie. Yeah,
We don't know much.
It's so old.
Can you give us a rundown, Brenda? You've heard this guy Flatter Saint debate before.
Flatter Saints.
Yes. What does he believe? What are his arguments?
He strikes me as one or two associations away from criminal court. If he got hooked up with the wrong person, he could end up there. He moves a lot, and he has a lot of weird mannerisms, and I don't remember any specific things that he said. I just can remember seeing him and how agitated his movements were, and how sort of he strikes me as somebody that acts without thinking. That's why I said before the ending up in criminal court. He strikes me as somebody that just acts and never actually reflects on the consequences. That's how, just my woo-woo sense, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And he strikes me as somebody whose beliefs and the things that he do depend on, am I going to get caught?
Okay. We have a comment from CBZZ. Flat earthers are probably paid off by the church. Not really, no.
No.
The church accepts the globe. The church as an institution accepts the globe, accepts science. They now accept evolution. They are paid by the people who give the money on YouTube here, and that's it.
If you watch the whole documentary by what's his name, Virtuous
Veritas.
Veritas. If you watch the whole thing, at the end, he sort of gives his summation and his conclusions, and I tend to really agree with them. I sympathize with them. I don't have very many disagreements with what Veritas says, and basically these are very stupid people. We're very paranoid and very ignorant, and they get caught up into this, and I think you could almost say that flat Earth is a mental illness. I think you could. Some people are going to say no, not everyone. I think you have to be. I think there has to be.
Well, but
I think
the only difference is that mental illness is something that you can't be changed, but like someone not believing in the flat Earth can be fixed though. But mental illness can usually not be fixed. Actually, no, it can be fixed in certain cases. Sorry, I shouldn't say it can't always be fixed.
It can be treated.
I was wrong. Yeah, it can be treated, but usually.
Well, you might be right. You might be right, but
something that's irreversible.
It seems to me like something that is more than just a belief that somebody has. You kind of have to be super paranoid.
Yeah.
I mean, this whole time since the pastor put forward the final experiment, every flat earther that I've seen thinks that Jaron and Wissett, if they go, should never be alone with a globe earther because they think they're going to be assassinated.
Yes.
And they don't seem to be kidding. And so in order to have that level of fear, that's not rational. That's not ordinary paranoia. That's like, I think my pulling it out of my layperson's ass kind of thing seems clinical to me. If you really think that taking an air flight to Antarctica the government is going to kill you, or the Illuminati is going to kill you.
That's something that a schizophrenic more than likely would say.
And what I do like is the juxtaposition between the number of times they will say, well, you wouldn't be talking to me like that in person, and put on this like really tough guy act to now turn around and be afraid they might. It's like, dude, everything will be documented. We will know when you're going. It's like, what are you saying?
We're not saying come in this dark alley with no cameras so we can talk to you for a minute here.
And don't tell them.
Yeah, we're not saying that at all. But, come into this dark alley. I got a map of the flat Earth for you. The only one. And you can put it in Glober's face. Yeah, come around here in this corner, stand right over there, and hold still.
For those of you who haven't seen it, I posted this. If you scroll up in the side chat, right there, I posted this link, which is the link to the 8-hour Veritas documentary. And if you haven't seen it, I would suggest that you watch it because it's so comprehensive. It's so good. He did such a great job on the documentary. And Ashton was saying that he appears there. He made a joke on MC Toon's chat. Oz appears there too. But yeah, it's very, very good. His style, the general, like the way he boards the topic, and it's an 8-hour video, so it's an excellent job. So if you have a chance, watch it, maybe save it, watch it in a few different sessions, but I think it's worth watching. Veritas did excellent research. He explains everything to a T and puts a lot of the evidence. Like it's a
Very impressive
work.
It is a long slog, but it is divided up into chapters, and you can leave it and come back to it, and it'll be fine. But yeah, there's some great material in there too, like Troy Hutchinson and his cat eyeing.
Oh,
that was just. I was watching that on YouTube when it happened,
Me too.
It was jaw dropping, jaw dropping.
Yes. The classification,
and then he doubled down on it and tripled down on it.
Yes. And then Toon went like, but wait, what's that word you're saying? Cation. Oh, that's cat iron. And I was a bit confused because the way I pronounce it, I think I pronounce it in Spanish, and I pronounce it cation, not cation. But dude, that broke me. I was laughing so hard, and I was watching it live too. It's really funny. Blessed be he. Please stop harassing Billy. You've been warned thoroughly about this.
And that particular scene takes place at about the midway point, approximately, through the documentary, and it's what enabled me to get through the rest of it because it was so. It didn't seem to bog down in the middle to me.
No, it keeps a really good pace. I think it's good. But here we had a comment from. Hold on, where is it? I lost it. Let me find it here. Well, someone was saying, "Who has 8 hours to watch anything?" Well, you can Toll here, Toll Bob. That one is about Blessed be He. Damn it! Why can't?
Well, I mean, it's fair to say, I don't have 8 hours to watch that. That's fair. I'm just saying that if this is an area that you find entertaining, then it's worth the effort to put into it. You don't have to watch. Well, you probably will want to watch parts of it, but a lot of it you don't have to actually watch. But I mean, that's fair. 8 hours is a long time. It's a big commitment.
Yeah. I fortunately can watch stuff while I work. I watch it all in one day because.
Can I ask what you do, Max?
I am the manager of a learning management system company in the US. I have been working there for 16 years.
Learning management.
It's a platform where.
Like Khan Academy?
Yes. But we just have the platform. We don't control the courses.
That's fine.
But yeah, it's a platform to take courses. It's a good one. We're actually one of the oldest ones in the market. Blessed be he. You need to stop telling people like You're very close to getting banned. You're on thin ice. Like, let people do whatever they want. This is getting ridiculous. Like, stop harassing Billy. Now you somehow got it with Isa. Like, just stop. So we're on the final stretch. I don't know what to expect today. I think it's. Do you
I
think
think it's going
fair
to be a short one.
Yes, and I'm thinking it's going to be a bit of a dumpster fire.
Yeah, I think that can't help but be that. But Professor Phil Bell, I'm just going to say that I recommend it, and you can just watch it in pieces over a period of time. It doesn't hurt anything to do that. And since you're in the community and have been for a long time, there'll be a lot of things that will bring back memories. Speaking of bringing back memories, Max, Patricia Steer is back.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know who she is?
No.
Old school Flat Earth. She appears with what's his name? Steele. Mark.
Mark Sargent.
Mark Sargent. Yes.
Oh
And
yeah, she's that radio host.
Yes.
With her. Oh yeah. Okay. No, I know.
She's an attractive woman who was hounded out of the community a couple years ago by people accusing her of being transgender, because these people are horrible people.
Oh.
Yeah. Apparently she was insufficiently feminine for them. I don't know. I don't see it myself, but
Wait. So there was this Flat Earther woman who got chased out of their group because they did their trans investigation thing.
Yes.
Oh my God.
They're horrible. And there's some other things I would tell you privately. And I mean that. But anyway, she used to have a show called Flat Earth and Other Hot Potatoes, where they investigate conspiracy theories. She's on the latest Mark Sargent show, and they talk, and they just do their usual stick that Karen B left that. I don't know if they asked her to leave, or I don't know. I bet there's stuff going on there. Max, if you want to live in the 8th grade again, year after year after year, with 8th graders, then join the Flat Earth movement, because that's what it is. It's just constant bickering and infighting, and so and so did this, and I'm mad at them for doing that. It's not even high school; it's junior high all over again for the rest of your life. And welcome to it. But
they seem to. I know who she is. I saw her on a documentary. Yeah, she's kind of whack. I do love her red hair, though.
The thing is, she was just recently on with Mark Sargent. They do this coffee time thing, and they look at news articles, and they say really stupid shit about it. You know, they think they think so and so has been murdered. Some celebrity they think is murdered and then been replaced. Yeah, that was in the latest one, and she seems to go along with all of this stuff too. So she's not. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I can't remember her. But I think I saw her. She appears on one of the Flat Earth documentaries.
Behind the Curve. Yeah.
Yeah. Now I remember who she is. Yes. She's like a cat lady, also, right? I think she had cats, which is not a bad thing. It's just a description. Yeah, I love cats.
I'm not a cat person. I'd rather have a dog, but I don't think it would be in an apartment. I just think that would be not kind to a dog. Mm-hmm. But yeah, there's so much infighting and stuff going on in Flat Earth, especially if you go to Sovereign Citizen. What's his name? Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind. And read the comments there and all the things going on there. It's just. It's just
Yeah, I
terrible.
I remember one time taking Bakiden invited me to. He said, "I'm going on SSUM," and I said, I don't like that channel very much. They're horrible people." But I clicked in because I wanted to hear what Eden had to say, and I saw you, Brenda, going on, and you were like, "Hello, Damas." Dumbasses. And I was like, yeah,
Did I say that?
yeah.
I don't remember. It must have been a while because they have had me banned off of that for a long time. Must have been a while
Yeah, it
ago.
was a while ago, like a couple of months ago. But
Well, that was probably
it was funny.
I probably got into one of the discords. People should know that what Nathan has a agreement with the 24/7 Discord that he goes to, Flat Earth Discord that he goes to, which is basically the mods will back him up on anything he does, and
Mhm.
he can abuse people. And this is explicit because when he first went onto the 24/7 Discord channel, they modded him, and he threw an
Right.
absolute fit because they modded him, for speaking over people because he's just horrible as far as the manners, all that stuff. He's just horrible, and he demanded that he be given special treatment. And so when he's there, he gets special treatment, and then once he's gone, right, then they actually have somewhat fair moderation in that Discord.
One thing that I want to think about is, what about flat Earth Muslims? What about Muslim flat earthers?
Oh
I
my
wonder how
God.
they would fit in, because they exist. I actually met one on Discord, and they were insanity. Insanity. This flat Earth. It's but like the dude was like, the Quran promotes flat Earth, and I would just be interested to see a debate between the flat Earther Muslim versus the flat Earther Christian, and see what kind of engagement they would have.
How can they do that? Because the Quran has the moon being split in half, and the Quran has other things that it came later, so it's a little bit more a little bit less mythical, and it has more astronomical facts.
And the
It's about
majority
interpretation.
of the majority of the Muslims will say, "Oh no, the Quran predicted the Big Bang Theory because of the expanse of the universe and a bunch of stuff." And you have the majority. It happens the same thing as with the Christians. You have the majority of them accepting the globe, but then you have some of them who cherry pick some verses and then say, "Oh yeah, the Quran is a flat Earth book."
And that's the issue, Brenda and Max, is that they take a certain verses, like the outspreading of the world, that the world kind of like outspread like a carpet, something like that.
Mhm.
They interpret that and they say, well, that, and like that there's like like pillars. They use, it's metaphorical language, and this is my position always in religion. This is metaphorical language. It's not meant to be taken literally. Genesis is not meant to be taken literally. Neither is the passages in the Quran meant to be. But literalists have to do that. They need the text to be literal. So if you take a literalistic interpretation, it becomes flat and all this. But I would just think it'd be fascinating to see the debate between the flat Earth Muslim and the flat Earth Christian. They're like, we agree about flat Earth, but Christianity is better. No, Islam is better.
Yes, that would be interesting. I think we need to
That
set
would be
out
better
to.
than these debates. Like, these debates are getting old. Like, yes, the atheist or the secular humanists make more sense. Like, obviously.
We should try to figure if we can make that happen here on Matters Now. Have a flat Earth Christian and a flat Earth Muslim. Can you reach out to that person that you found? Do you remember them? Do you think they would be interested? Because that would be awesome. I would. And maybe they have even different ideas as far as the flat Earth itself goes on what they believe. I think that would be pretty cool.
The problem is getting them to debate, because usually people don't want to debate. But if they do, that'd be good. But yeah, it's hard to get people to want to debate.
Yeah, that is true. The list of people that don't want to debate me is long and gets longer every moment. It's insane. On the MDD Discord, I go like, "Hey, okay, debate me. And they always go like, no, I don't want to debate you. And they throw excuses. Neo has thrown every excuse on the book. He said that he doesn't have social media, so he wouldn't benefit from debating me. He has said that he wouldn't debate me because I'm bad or because I don't know anything. A couple of days ago, he said he would debate me if I gave him what evidence I was planning on presenting. Of course, immediately I made a post, okay, these are the 3 pieces of evidence that I would present in a debate with you. And then he backed out again. It's quite hilarious. And I'm not even like, I'm not too well known. I've had one debate on MDD. I know how to debate because I do debate a lot on the MDD Discord, but it's not like I am well known for being like a hard opponent. I'm
I thought you did well in that debate.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I was, for not having prepared, I was quite satisfied with the result.
Yeah.
Ashton asks, is he not a real flirt though? Yes, Neo is a Poe. He's not really a flirt. He just goes Neophyte. He's been on here a couple of times.
Okay, don't know him. Okay.
Oh, I can show you. Yeah,
that's okay.
Yeah, I think we have. Hold on, I have something to show you. Videos. Here. Let me do. I made a little compilation of one of our shows here where Neo appears. Share entire screen, audio, number 1. Go ahead. There we go. There we go. Right.
NASA
Sorry, my
agrees,
computer froze for a second. Let me rewind it.
Then the barrier, but then they say that they're just going to Mars and stuff and landing on.
Who says there's an impenetrable barrier?
NASA agrees, but it was.
Well, barrier.
Like. Want me to link it on screen?
You mean the Van Allen belt, right?
Well, pretty much, yeah.
So
okay, but that's not impenetrable. Shoot. All right. Let me do that again. I'm so sorry. In the meantime, when the debate starts, I have set up the redirect, so you will be redirected to the debate. Where is it? Videos. Van Allen Dome. There we go. Let's see. Okay.
No,
they say that there's they say that there's an impenetrable barrier, but then they say that they're just going to Mars and stuff and landing on.
Who says there's an impenetrable barrier?
NASA agrees, but it was discovered in 1962.
Who said there was an impenetrable barrier?
Like back in the day, it was like it made headlines everywhere. Everywhere. Like
show the paper and show the text.
Professor Baker.
Oz is still in debate mode.
Show the paper.
Yeah. You want me to link it on screen?
You mean the Van Allen belt, right?
Well, pretty much, yeah.
So
okay, but that's not impenetrable.
I
mean, he says that there's orbiting killer electrons, right, and that they'd fry any equipment that goes there.
What the newspapers are wrong. They're not scientific journals. They misunderstood what
they're actual probes.
They misunderstood what the Van Allen belts were. I've done a lot of research into Van Allen belts. What they're made of? They're made out of damn it.
Non-ionizing radiation.
They're made up of
particles.
Ionized radiation, which is particle radiation. They're made up of electrons and protons, ionized electrons and protons, alpha and beta particles, alpha and beta particles that can be blocked by, guess what? Aluminum and paper. Hey, Navy guy, can alpha and beta particles, what can they be blocked by?
Hey, Navy guy.
Aluminum and paper.
Oh, look at that.
So yeah, this is Neo. And I'm sorry, Brenda left, but Brenda was there on that show, so.
That was when my beard was more. I had to trim it up. I was like, it was getting too much, but that brought me back.
Orvita says the TV series Under the Dome is not evidence for a firmament. All right, I'm monitoring the debate, and MDD just said, just a moment, please. So we should be starting anytime now. In the meantime, make sure to do the social things, like, share, subscribe, send this to a friend, send it to your significant other. Go to the corner of your house and yell, subscribe to Matters Now! And that way we can spread the love and help the channel grow. We are almost at 10,300 subscribers. Woohoo! And so today we will have the pre-show. The debate will happen. Then we'll have the after show, which we might not do the full 2-hour show because right after the after show, Isa and I are doing the Tell Me That Story show. And Dr. J, how are you?
Hey
Everything
guys,
okay?
I wanted to say hi. I got done playing basketball at book club tonight, so I don't know that I'll be able to join the after show, but at least want to say hello. Is it about to start? I didn't see the start time on the debate.
Yes, 8 p.m. was the start time, and MDD just sent a message just a moment, so it should be starting at any time.
Did you guys pick a winner already?
Not really. We don't know the people, so it's hard to know who is going to win.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick the ADHD guy though.
I think Flatter-Day Saint sounds familiar. Is that a name? Am I making that up that I would have heard of him or not?
It's for bad reasons though. Yeah, he's a bad guy.
Yes,
he's the one who said bad things about MC Toon.
Oh, he started that whole drama.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, David, with the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you so much. Let's see who he hit in the head with the memberships. Mark W, Jason Hyatt, Hannah Anderson, Evan Mahone, and Nick N. If you get a chance, say thank you to the bits. Eric, there's something weird that happens when your account, there is a way to register as like a person or a brand on YouTube. If your account is a brand, which happens if you have a channel mostly, you cannot get gifts. So my account is a brand because I used to have a channel associated with this login, so I cannot get gifts. You need to like create a new one and use sort of like a personal account to be able to get gifts. And then you also have to enable gifts for the specific channels. Yeah, it's a whole mess. But it took me a while to figure out to like, wait, I've been in many streams where people have handed out memberships like it was candy, and I never got one. So I started investigating a little bit, and I found that out. It's a very strange situation. As I was saying before, sorry. Yeah, after the after show, sorry, I choked on mate. We're doing the Tell Me That Story show. We have Sufi stories today, and we'll see how we go. We'll see how tired we are, how tired the audience is, and we'll see how that goes. It's been a while. And tomorrow I haven't. Tomorrow I haven't scheduled it, but I'll schedule it during the debate. Tomorrow we will be doing that video I told you about, the claim, analyzing the claims of evidence of God, which They're flimsy at best. So it's probing time. Gifted 20 memberships. Thank you so much. Let's see who he hits. I'm going to run through this. Orbital, Eric Erpelding, Urtica, The Watcher, the Shonaf 888, Ace W, Ace SW, Darrow Frost, Black Oracle, Razor Robertson, Scott Steffi, Mike Townshend, BTF Wayne, Chase Hatchett, Houston Euler, The True Feud, Hensick, Coles, Captain Flip, Spooky Vet Hair, Matt B, and that's it. Thank you so much, probing time. That was awesome. Eric, go to the. I can't do it here because yes. Go to the join button, and there should be a window there on the top with like 3 dots. If your account is able to receive gifts,
Yeah, you got it. You got one.
yeah, he got it. Yeah, never mind. Sorry, I'm dumb. So yeah,
No, it's okay. You got a lot of things you got to worry about when you're hosting the show. Don't worry about it.
Tiny, no, it has to do with the type of account. My channel is not big. I have like 100 subscribers. So, it's personal accounts and brand accounts. If you have a brand account, they won't let you get any gifts. It's probing time. You're awesome. Thank you so much. So now we're on waffle time. Why hasn't this started? I think lately MDD has been dropping the ball a little bit.
Well, what happened on that? They were like, we forgot about that one debate, and everybody was like,
with
"What?"
Nadir, yeah, and the Hindu guy heated debates. Yeah, that one.
Are you guys gonna do a pre-show for that one? It's pretty early. It's not, but I guess we're an after show for that
what
one.
day is that? Oh, yeah, that's Sunday. Yeah,
Sunday, yeah.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
MDD never starts on time.
I'd like to see more religious debates. There's so many flat Earth and moon landing. I'm like, it's kind of oversaturated. I'd like to see some more Christianity and some more Islams and Judaisms and Hinduisms. There's a lot more to talk about. They're a lot more rich. Like the flat Earth thing is not very rich. There's not a huge pool of things to talk about,
Even a Gnostic debate would be good too, or
sure, anything but flat Earth.
Issa, I'm not sure you've heard of this thing called Mickelson Morley. It is very detailed with a lot of evidence, and it's something you really need to familiarize yourself with.
Yes. You need to know about Mickelson. It's the greatest experiment in the story of humankind.
You know what would be a better debate? Let's debate what ether is. That would be interesting. That's something unique. Let's talk about what firmament and ether are. You know what I mean? I would love to hear that debate.
Well,
that'd be better. Yeah.
I'm supposed to talk with a flat earther, and I don't know if we're talking more flat Earth or more young Earth creationism. That we were going to talk, and he couldn't do it because it was a holiday weekend. And he ended up having plans, but I think that's going to be really interesting. I prepared for it, and kind of to talk about his sort of understanding of how he has to interpret the Bible, and whether he would change his interpretations or whatnot, or how consistent he is. I think that's going to be a great discussion. I guess I need to chase down Ozian, but I think that would at least be a little bit different take on it, because most of the peoples do have a religious aspect to it, and they kind of hide it, or I don't know about hide it, but they say, hey, in the debates, we're not debating my religion, which I guess that's fine. But I always thought it'd be fun to talk a little bit about that religious angle with them, and see, maybe they don't agree, maybe they're all different on their religious views, but that are kind of underpin it. But at least that would be some kind of different angle to kind of look at the discussion.
Yeah, that would be. I was so excited for that talk, for that discussion. But we'll see. I'll send a message to us and remind him to ask that person if they want to do that in the end, or we can try to get some of the other of the other religious flat earthers.
Because are there Muslim flat earthers that Issa
Yes.
could talk with? That'd be great.
The issue, like looking into flat earthers, that they're pretty heavy duty. They don't usually come out in the open. So,
Okay.
you know, I tried reaching out to one so far, but it's a little tricky because yeah, there's a lot of it. It's not just the flat earth. There's a bunch of extremist ideologies that are all tied in together, as we see with flat earth Christians, but I think it's even worse with flat earth Muslims. You know?
Mm.
Okay, Ryan just sent a message. They will be starting shortly. We were talking earlier, Dr. J, that it would be interesting to hear a flat earther Muslim debate a flat earther Christian. That would be pretty interesting. See if they have any differences in their beliefs of the flat earth itself, and then maybe go into their justifications for why their book supports.
Yeah, like
that would be pretty interesting.
Do Muslims have a firmament, or maybe they do? I don't know, but that would be interesting. I guess. Kind of.
Yes, but the thing is that the more regular interpretation is that it is said that everything was laid out like a carpet, so like expanded. So most of the Muslims on the online space will argue that that is evidence for the Big Bang, for example.
Well,
So,
I've heard this happen, and the Christian one started saying that in the Quran it says it's okay to beat your wife, and they said that that's not Christians wouldn't think that's a moral thing, and so that's I've seen this. Like there was a couple Muslims in this Christian dominated space of that Earth Awakenings where most of them are Christians, and there's a couple of flat earther Muslims came in and they just started attacking the Quran, saying that the Quran says some stuff that they didn't agree with, and then the Muslims pushed back too. So, but I wasn't as engaged because personally religion isn't one of those things I'm fully interested in as much as other people.
The apologetics, and I'm going to put on my Muslim hat for just a second. The apologetics for that verse is that it's not that you're allowed to beat your wife. You're allowed to like hit her with sort of like a twig, a very small. It's more of like a discipline thing. That's what I've heard people the apologetics for that verse. That it's not that you're allowed to just like beat her up. Is that first you kind. And it's also, I don't remember
you withdraw from your wife. You withdraw from your wife, then you kind of like there's like a chastisement withdrawing, and then you have
you can sort of like give her a little love tap.
But then they said, but does the wife is the wife able to do the same thing to the husband? Because it seems like it's a more of a double standard in the sense that it doesn't say that the wife can do that.
Most of these traditions have patriarchal standards. We have to understand that Islam, Christianity, and Judaism all have these elements where men may be on top. It's just what these traditions operate.
What about the part where it says that a woman's is a half of a man's testimony or something? It's something about that. I'm not sure though. You know more about it than I do.
That's the hadith, and the hadith traditions say that a woman's testimony is half of that of a man. We have to look at the historical context of the situation. Yeah. Women had a very different position than women have in society now. If you read the Hebrew scriptures, it talks about if a woman is assaulted and she doesn't scream out, she's put to death with her assaulter. We have to understand these are ancient societies that are doing the best that they can with the materials that they have. And I think people are taking this is like 1,400 years ago, 2,000 years ago, 3,000 years ago. Culture and morality, things have changed. A lot of the elements have changed in society. So like, and everybody's changed. A lot of these even religious fundamentalists were like, oh, I'm following everything to the T. They're not. They're doing innovation.
These people that think...
One second, the debate has started, but I wanted to read this comment before we left. Thomas Wold says, here in Norway, we have flat earth Vikings. They are totally insane. I would love to hear more about this. But we're going to end the show because the debate has started. Meet us back here for the after show. Thank you, everyone on the panel. Thank you, everyone in the audience. And we'll be back when the debate ends. Take care. Oh, Brand.